everybody, how's it going? Happy Pride Month. You're gonna see some rain in the background. I'm driving up to Red Lodge from Billings. We're doing the Ren Fair this weekend. And you know, last night and this morning I was going through Facebook and I was seeing some pretty disturbing memes, and I just need to have a little chat with all of my friends out there who are claiming that they are not homophobic. So I'm looking at some posts of some friends I have, and there's this meme that's real popular right now, and it's a very white Christian Jesus. Of course it's Christian, right? Because it's Christ. And this very white Jesus is standing by a child, and he has this very white hand out, and he's like shielding the child from this rainbow that's trying to come down, and it echoes off the back of Jesus's hand and it bounces off. And the meme basically says, I'm not homophobic, I just have a right to protect my child from being groomed into a lifestyle that is not Christian. Now, I think some of you don't understand what the word phobic means. The word phobic means an unfounded fear, like a fear that's just ridiculous, like arachnophobic. There's a tiny little spider and you're crying and sobbing and jumping up on a chair. A phobia is an unfounded, irrational fear that is not based in fact. It is based in a mental delusion that takes over and drives an emotional response. That's the definition of a phobia, okay? So all these people out there that think that all the gays want to get out there and indoctrinate your children because there's drag shows and I Married a Woman and there's rainbow pride gear in Target, and you're so flipped out about it that you're not homophobic, but you're passing a meme of the whitey tighty Jesus protecting a child from a rainbow because you have a right to protect your child from indoctrination. That is a phobia. Why is it a phobia? Because we gay people are just living our damn lives out here. We don't want your kids. Your kids are going to be born gay. They're going to live their life. Your kids are going to be born trans. They're going to live their life. We are not recruiting. Do you know why, Christian white America, that you think that gays are out recruiting for their cause? Because you guys recruit for your cause. So you're projecting all of your crap onto the gay community. We're not like recruiting. And by the way, drag is not an indoctrination technique. Drag is a form of theater that has started in the gay community, yet has been around for eons. And I will have all of you straight white Christian people know, and all of you people of color out there who are Christian, who also might be homophobic, that drag has been something you two have been exposed to your entire life. Now, if you've remained straight, heterosexual, and you haven't turned from the Lord by watching Klinger in MASH show up for 50,000 episodes of MASH in a dress, then it's highly unlikely that a drag queen dressed as a Disney princess reading to your child is going to turn him gay, okay? If you are someone who has watched Some Like It Hot with the beautiful Tony Curtis in drag for the entire movie, and you did not end up being gay and being indoctrinated by watching Tony Curtis strut around in heels for an hour and a half over and over on the Classic Movie Channel, chances are that your children are not going to be indoctrinated into being gay by seeing rainbow gear in Target and having a drag queen read them a story. Okay? Now, a phobia is when I tell you all these things and you just don't believe me, because your fear is so deep-seated and founded in some delusional tweak in your brain that you're positive that the gays are coming for your kids. That's a phobia. It is an unfounded fear. So listen, you want to be afraid that all the gays are coming after your kids, you go for it. But do not call yourself not homophobic, because that is the actual psychological, clinical definition of homophobic, is thinking someone is doing something they're not doing, and then you're super terrified of that thing, concept, or person. That's a phobia. So yes, you are homophobic, okay? Now, just admit you're homophobic. That's the first step. Just say, yeah, I'm homophobic. This crap freaks me the hell out. I don't understand why girls like girls. I don't understand why guys like guys. I don't understand why someone wants to convert their physical body into a gender that they relate more with. I don't understand. Say, I don't understand. Not, I'm not homophobic. And even say, it kind of scares me. I don't know why. It just freaks me out. It's different. And then go find a nice gay person to have a conversation with about this. Because what does gay mean, people? It means happy. We will be happy to explain to you we are not going to eat your children and convert them into some strange army of drag queens that only wears rainbows and spits in the face of Jesus, the whitey-tighty Jesus. Which, by the way, Jesus was a Jewish man, and he had very brown skin, and he wandered around with a bunch of other men. He was homeless. He relied on the charity of others. He didn't have a penny to his name. Jesus, that Jesus. So sit down with a gay person, sit down with a trans person, be super honest, have some damn humility about your own fears, but shoving them on my community and say, this kind of freaks me out and I don't understand. And could I just talk to you about a few things? Guess what? I'd love to talk to all of you about it. But when you sit there and you tell me that just because I'm not like you, or you tell a trans person just because they're not like you, or just because your life experience is not reflected in another person, that they're going to hell, that they're wrong, that they're awful, that doesn't really open up a two-way communication, okay? So if you think that we're coming for your kids, even though I tell you we're not, you are homophobic. At least own it. The other portion of this is a phobia is a fear. And we could get over fears, guys, but we have to be honest, we're afraid of it. And I suspect a lot of you out there that are homophobic are kind of afraid about all the changes in the world in general. You know, our world's kind of gone nuts. I'm not so thrilled about the changes in the world in general. But the gay people aren't the problem, okay? Our collapsing economy is the problem. Oh my God, our climate that's collapsing in on this. This is a huge problem. Greed and avarice is a huge problem. These are the things that are the problem. And all of my religious friends, I'm sorry, statistically, I'm sorry if this is offensive, but I'm not sorry for the statistic. Statistically, sexually repressed heterosexual people are the highest predators of children. And they are generally heterosexual men. So quit throwing the drag queens under the bus. Because the drag queens are gay men dressing up as women. And to just clarify this, guys, gay men in drag are not the same as trans people. You can have a trans person doing drag, but gay men in drag are generally, not always, but generally, men who are comfortable being men. They are cisgendered men dressing up as a woman for theater. So quit thinking the trans community are drag queens. That's just flat ignorant, and it's embarrassing. Don't embarrass yourself anymore, okay? Now, what can we do with fears? We can get over them. And I highly believe that all of us can get over our fears. So my heart goes out to those of you that honestly believe that we gay people just living our lives. The gay lifestyle is me helping my wife with groceries and getting the laundry changed over. There's the big gay lifestyle. I'm sad that you think we're after you. We are you. We are Americans. We are people hanging out with you. We are not the problem. Fear is the problem. And you guys, we got enough to worry about in this country, okay? We got climate, we got a collapsing economy, we got a lot of things to worry about. Rather than distrusting one another on a phobia, that's nuts. So if you want to choose being homophobic, choose it. But be honest about the fact that you are. And even if you don't like me and think I'm here to groom your children, or whatever you think, it's very weird, it's very strange, I still have a lot of love for you. Because to be that afraid of people that you've never met breaks my heart. And I hope to God that someday you can let your heart truly feel how supported and loved you are by all the people around you, including the gays, the trans, the lesbians, the two-spirited people, the intergendered people, all the people in the middle. We're all people. And the biggest thing to know today is that you don't have to be afraid. So of all the phobias you could have in the world, give away the homophobia. That is eating a piece of your brain that is beyond unnecessary. All right? I love you all. Brain's getting a little stiff, so I need to pay more attention to what I'm doing here. So I love you. Have a great Pride Month. And whoever you are, be proud of what God made you into. Because that's all we got to bring to this world. Bye, guys.